So in this video, we're looking at an assisted fisherman squat knee touch. And what we're doing in this movement is we are trying to build up a tolerance to big toe extension, where we find ourselves actually shifting our weight into our big toe, really getting it into a high degree of big toe extension, and that's going to help us build sort of tolerance and strength, not only in the joint, but in all the surrounding tissue of the foot leading into the ankle to allow us to really drive and force that knee over the toe. Okay, so really important in terms of a lot of the movements that we end up doing, sprinting, where we need high degrees of big toe extension, and this can be a great way just to sort of allow us to really get into it, work on the area specifically, potentially after we've sort of mobilized the area, build some awareness, build some strength in all of the tissue. Okay, I'm going to show you from this sort of front view here. The idea of doing it assisted just means that you're able to adjust your body weight a little bit. So really easy way of just sort of making sure that you're doing it relative to how you sort of feel with the joint itself. If the toes in some sense seem very locked, then you're going to need to do this with a lot of assistance, so a lot of your body weight into this. But as time goes on, you can take a little bit more of your body weight away and do it sort of less assisted to some degree. In terms of getting into the squat, you can just see very easily from here, I'm just sort of dropping down onto the toes of my ankles off the ground, and I have my knees sort of sitting forward, my torso nice and upright. All right, what we end up doing from here then is we're going to focus here on what is my right leg, and I have my hand sort of assisting. It doesn't really matter too much either side, just as long as you've got some way of supporting your body weight. Okay, from here then, don't think of, I suppose, of the toes too much, but as always, it's important to sort of like splay and just be aware of the foot to some degree. But as we sort of shift forward here, the idea is to keep the body weight back. Okay, you're going to aim to actually drive almost touching the knee off the ground, and you're going to feel yourself come into a high degree of big toe extension. We're really trying to relax all the tissue on the underside of the foot, and you can see this sort of twisting and opening with the body. Okay, I push that right side down, I have to kind of open up to the left side a little bit, and as I said, lots of assistance here coming from that right hand. Okay, as long as we're not feeling too much pain or discomfort or anything like that, as long as you can tolerate, you know you're good to continue and sort of drive through. Now in terms of how far you go, that's up to you. You don't have to touch the knee off the ground. You can just bring it to a point of comfort and ease, and with time that's going to get better and better. I'll show you here from a side view as well, just on the opposite side, so you can see to some degree what's happening. You can see that heel kind of staying like I'm sitting down really deep into the position. This is obviously a good way of sort of building tolerance in what is considered like deep knee flexion as well. But you can see from here, I'm sort of twisting the body, keeping my body weight back, making sure that I have plenty of support here coming from the hands as I go through, tap and bring it back. I'm staying active all the way through. I'm not just completely relaxing my foot and my toe. I want to keep just a little bit of tension so that I'm sort of connecting to all of the tissue on the underside and even on the knee as well as I sort of go into that position. So plenty of ways to adjust this and make it relative to you, and to really build strength in the foot and strength in the toes over time. Okay, so any questions on that? I'm sure there are. You can leave them in the comment section below. Be sure to like the video and make sure you subscribe to the page, and I'll see you next time.